This is what I built. Put this in the car show. I built this on the cheap. That's Tremclad medium blue. I brushed it, rolled it, sprayed it. Fine spraying was the best. I'm not a painter. I've never painted before, but I figured out how to paint a bit. It's got flaws. You name the paint flaw, it's got it. I built this truck for $2,000, basically. Had to put a windshield in it, door seals, window seals, new battery, but it's fuel pump. It was very minimal what I had to spend for money. If I could do it for free or cheap, that's how I did it. Turned out good, and it sits outside. You know, I was worried about sun fading it or whatever, but it seems to hold up. It's probably not as hard as automotive paint, but what am I doing? I'm not driving it through the bush, so it's fine. I bought no metal for it. This is just stuff I had laying around the garage. You know, I had a bunch of 1/8. So I literally made the rockers and cab corners out of 1/8 metal. Did it myself. I'm a journeyman welder. I'm pretty good at shaping metal. There's no Bondo here. And I don't know if you can hear that. It is rock solid. So it's forever. Like I said, everything was super cheap. Even the box. This is old fence boards I had left over from redoing my fence. I think I paid $3.50 a piece for them. They're just pine. I stained them. They look good. Redid the bed strips. Just wire wheeled them and scuffed them and sprayed them. Just carriage bolts in there, holding them down. They look good. Shortened the box. It was a long box truck, but I'm a short box guy, so I had to shorten it up. Z cut the frame, cut the box, shortened it, plated the frame. It's solid. Shortened the drive shaft. That was a bit of a challenge because I didn't want to send it in to get it balanced because it was going to be another expense I didn't want to spend. So put the drive shaft in V blocks and dial indicator and spun it. And I got it running out 3,000, so it's good. It's my bumper I made just out of a piece of pipe I had laying in the backyard. Princess Auto tail lights. I paid $20 for those. I gotta do something with the steering wheel. I've started bondoing it. I think I'm gonna go with that. I think I can get it. And I know I might have to paint the steering wheel once a year or whatever, but that's fine. New steering wheel's $400, and I'm not spending that. The carpet's just indoor-outdoor carpet. I paid $15 for it. Like I said, I was doing everything on the cheap. New lenses for the gauges because they were all foggy and gross, so I made those out of welding helmet lenses, and I think they're good. They look good. They look factory. Radio works. This is all just Rust-Oleum spray balm that I painted the interior with. It seems to suit the truck. Pulled the engine ran. I kind of bought the truck just for the engine. And then I fell in love with the body lines, and my buddy said, "You can't fix this," and challenge accepted. There's really not one body panel I didn't have to weld on it. I welded all 4 fenders, did the floors, cab corners, rocker panels, Like this fender here was gone. Like all the way there. There was nothing. It was just gone. And just some messing around, I shaped it, and the new fender was going to be $350, and oh no, I added up the numbers, and it was going to be a couple $1,000s for all the body panels and rockers, and no, not doing that. But I sprayed it with Tremclad. I used some reducer and some hardener. It's called Wet Look. That's what I used. Added that. I've never sprayed before, so I bought a gun and taught myself. I'm getting there. I'm getting better. There's my interior paint. Went through 100 of these little guys. These zip cuts from Canadian Tire. I went through 425 packs of those. If that tells you the metal work that I had to do. Got a decent welder, you know. I got a 250 amp meg stick welder. Like the metal in the rockers and the cab corners. I ran out of wire one day, and I was tacking and doing some welding with 7018 332. Because it's 1/8. You can really weld the shit out of that, and it doesn't warp. It's strong. The outer rocker, inner rocker, it's all 1/8. Like even this is all fabricated. Like I said, you know, I'm a journeyman welder. I've been doing this. I've been in the trade for quite a few years, so that really wasn't a problem. I like doing that. That's kind of my art. Hubcaps from Summit Auto Racing. Just tires I had laying around. It's fun to drive. It's inline 6, 3 on the tree. I'm probably going to drive that like this for the summer, and then I know me, there's going to be an LS engine going in here. Automatic of something. Probably a 460E. That's all I got to say about my truck. Yeah, it was $2,000. Like, I didn't spend any more than $2,000. And the windshield was $430. If that tells you my expenses. You know, it was all the paint and stuff. Supplies was probably $200. It runs and drives, and it's great. It turns heads. Everybody be safe and self-distance or isolate or whatever it's called. Thanks, guys.